بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all of you, wherever you are. Welcome you again with your program Fatwa Life. That comes to you on December 2nd, on Monday, from Mishka. And this is the first part that comes to you before Maghrib. The first question, I work in a company, a construction company, and sometimes they have, they do involved with LCBO. Can I work with this company even though that I will go through the same thing with a different company, but this is the nature of my work. So I asked him, what does LCBO? So he said, it's companies. They promote alcohol and they sell it. So I told him, do your best from staying away from participating in this kind of project, because the alcohol, it is something that involved with the curse of Allah Azza wa Jal from all its aspects. From Sahih ibn Majah, from Abdullah, the son of Umar, may Allah be pleased with them, both of them, that the Prophet ﷺ said, the wine was cursed on 10 ways: the by itself, and the one who prepared it, and the one who sell it, and the one who promote it, the one who's holding it, and the one who's holding it too, and the one who gets its benefit from its money, the one who drink it, and the one who give to. And this is the curse, which means the getting out of Allah's mercy. Allah said, do not help each other on evil and aggression. So if you know that this is something of promoting alcohol, stay away from it. But if you can't, and this project that is seldom for the rest of your work, then your best to not participate as much as you can. Stay away from it as you can. If you can participate completely or hold it, then do whatever you can. And what you can get all, you shouldn't be getting rid of it. And try to get rid of your income by taking it to the public areas, except from what you have no other choice. And you have to deny it with your heart at all times and all conditions, because there is no control of what's in the heart except Allah who created it. So that will take out of your faith, and Allah knows best. Second question. We are 4 sisters. We are 3 brothers. We are 4 brothers and sisters, 3 females and 1 male. And my father died about a week ago, and the mother about 7 months ago. My brother didn't do nothing in their rights since he got married. About 14 months, my father got sick, then the mother got sick, and they were outside the country and with one of the sisters, and there are so many difficulties, and they could not go back home and continue to get the cure or to get the treatment, and other complications. Plus, there is a lot of financial problems. He never participated in anything, and both my parents, they are displeased with my my brother. He told us, our father, after the death of our me and my sister, with my prince of mind that he have some golden coins, and that my brother should not take any of it. It's enough what he has in the bank. And you hold with me. This is my well, it's your and you are responsible for it. Where the Sharia says is that considered given, even though he told my brother that, but without our present. My sister, the person is responsible for his money and goodness. He could give whatever he wants, or some of his wealth, his kids, but he has to be uh, fair. But and there's nothing wrong of give some more given for something he had. Like you have a son that has a handicap that you need to give him more, or one of the sons he has a lot of kids and he is very poor, so you give him more, and other reasons. I should not be with the desires. But my daughter, the gift is only happened when it's you hold it, when you have control of it. If it's not controlled, if you're not held, then it is inheritance. From the evidence that Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, he given our mother Aisha about 20 wasq of his money in the garden. When he died, when he's about to die, he said, "Oh my daughter, nobody is more beloved to me than you, and there is no one who's dear after you than you. And I given you 20 wasq. If you could control over it, then it will be yours. Now it is just inheritance. It is your brothers and sisters. So take it according to the Book of Allah." So if let's consider this is a gift, what your father gave. If he gave a will, it won't be effective because there is no an will for someone who is going to inherit, and you are inheritance, so you're not going to get with the Allah gave you your right from inheritance. Any will that is a contradiction with the Sharia, then it will be exposed to the. And she said again, it's in our hand. And then you have hold it, but it is like a trust. But after that, to a gift, because he said the one that you have, it is yours. Then if it is that route, then it is been controlled. Then you already received it. And there is nothing to give you more of the giving because you spent more money on him while he was sick. And that poor boy, he did not do none of that towards his parents. May Allah return back to Allah Azza wa Jal in an easy way. What is the rule about selling something that has the Quran, the verses of Quran? Well, I mean, there is a dispute about putting it in the world, but you have to treat it where it has to have the rules of reciting the writing of the Quran. It has to be under the same rules. They were talking about the way it is manufactured. So it should be respect for the verses and to protect it. There's dispute between the scholars about this issue, but that's what is more. This is the decision of the Islamic International Conference, where they allowed it's right in the Quran and to use it for something good. And with the rules that it has to be treated from the same rules of the writing of the Quran, meaning you take all measures to respect the ayat and to protect from any humiliation. And it should not indicate something that is not what is the and it should not be made from something that Allah has forbid, and should not be cut in and added more words, and not to overdo the luxury part, and do not make it into the shape of someone who died. And that should be entice people to buy. And that's according to the scholars. From who allowed it, Ibn Baz, may Allah have mercy on him, he was asked, is it right to hang the Quran Kareem or the Hadith on the walls of the house? What do you think from the Quran? So he was asking, he said, there's nothing wrong. So you don't put it so you could avoid the evil eye or something like this. No, you put it so you could read it, so it could remind you to read it. Uh, and some of the new scholars, they hated hanging it, but if it is to remind people, it's not a problem. It's also to learn. So if the intention is differently, the second question, can you work with companies that promote to increase the seeing and having produce the advertise for other companies? The advertisement and media, it is allowed. The origin is allowed as long as it does not have anything that is violate the Shara, like no false testifying. Like you say that it is a good item and it's not, and you never even used it or never seen it. That's cheating. You're cheating people because people are counting on these comments. You could talk about the goodness of it, but you could cheat people who trusted these opinions. And originally, cheating is forbidden in Islam. And whomever cheated us is not among us. Whoever has swear that he will give charity if he did not do something. Uh, you should not do that unless you have someone who don't have to have expenditure. So he will not be the person who spent his things with. So I hope there is no burden with that, inshallah. Last question. If the person wrote all his inheritance, does the in the name of his kids, does the wife inherit after the death of her husband in the West? You're asking about the law, or are you can ask me the Shara? Whomever wrote his name to his kids, we have to look at that will some of his inheritance instead of others, because Allah gave everybody his rights. So the state is inheritance, and it will be divided after giving uh, the loans and applying the will. If he did it in his life as a given, that's a different issue. If that given by Holden, then it became honored of whomever they gave him the money. What is meant, the wife is one of the inheritance. It's between 1/4 or 1/8. If he had no, and 1/8 is what. But if you're asking about what happens according to the laws of this Western, this is something that is different. That you have to look into what the legal terms are, and you have to talk to the experts, the lawyers who are expert in this. And the Shara already discussed it to you, and then you, for the law, you look into the law. My advice to you, because the rules is not following the Sharia, so the money must be going to somebody else. So, and he is going to have an initiative according to the Book of Allah. The kids are inheritance. The wife is one of the inheritance. So he could put it into his will. So it will be according to the laws of Allah and the laws of this country. We came to the conclusion of the first part. Inshallah, we'll continue in a couple of hours. Please join us. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.